Spring is in the air though. I'm just like this is my favorite time of the year, and I hate winter so much. So
I think I used to be a summer guy, but I think I'm more of a spring guy now.
I am a summer guy
Dude,
first and
summer's just been stupid hot lately.
summer first and
Stupid
foremost,
hot.
but spring is the anticipation of summer. It's the buildup of summer. It's the
That's
journey to
true.
summer that
It's the
truly,
it's the end of the darkness and getting into the light.
just like the sun being out until 7:45 last night. Come on, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah.
So,
It's only gonna get brighter. I agree, man. I hate the winter. Something fierce, especially like years
plus,
I don't go skiing. Like the only thing I like about snow is skiing, and I didn't do it. So it's
yeah.
like, meh, let's get to spring. Let's get shorts, and I like the idea of just walking out my fucking door. Like just walking out the door and being
Oh,
outside is like,
or just going on walks outside.
mm,
There's like I have a
true.
I think the bike trail might go all the way up towards you guys. There's like a bike trail here that goes all the way to
You mean like Rails
DC.
Trails?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So it goes right through where we live. So I can just get on that thing and walk and run and
Go through where we live too. Maybe you start walking your way, and I'll start walking mine. We'll meet in the middle.
people where I'm from bike down to like Baltimore and to DC and such.
Like that old Georgia pine.
That's cool, but not for me. No Georgia
Nice.
pine.
Yeah. No
Are you a
Georgia pine?
camping man? I'm not a camping man. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know that
yeah.
song though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you ask my friends, they probably think I'm not. But I am. I am a camping man, but I don't like doing it all the time. Especially because like in the woods, I live in the woods, so it's just like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like my life,
I
maybe
think
not in Clearfield,
I
but
think
like
it's
my
big.
whole life I
Yeah.
grew up
If
in
you
the
grew up in a
woods.
city, it seems more
Yeah.
necessary, right? Like where we grew up,
I like a campfire,
even to where I grew up, it's wooded. Yeah.
Yeah. But like spring and fall are kind of like my favorite times to go camping. My friends though. Shout out to my friends if they listen to this episode. They like to go camping
All
all the time, which is fine. But like they also like going camping in the summer, and I'm just like the summer is not
why not?
in my mind. Because like it's just too hot for 10. I guess if you have a camper like whatever, but if you have a
That's not
camper at
camping.
that point, I'm like, why don't I just stay at my house in the
Yeah.
woods then? Like what the fuck is the point? So, and they don't really use a camper, so it's fine, but like I don't know, it's too hot and I want to be at like summer. I like the beach. Like when somebody
Mhm.
asks me to go camping in the
Love
summer,
the
I'm like,
beach.
no, I want to go to the beach. I'd rather camp in the fall and the
Dude,
spring.
my
But also, I haven't been camping in a long time, so I'm due
my
for it.
spring
Due for the
vacation
beach too.
rocked. My spring vacation
Yeah.
rocked. Those guys, it was like a
Yeah.
winter vacation, but I'm ready to go back to the beach again already. I'm ready for another vacation. I've done nothing but housework since I came home. So, fixed my garage door though. What's up?
What a man.
What a man.
This isn't man shit in the dark, Jake. This is the shittiest podcast on the internet, Nerd Shit in the Dark. And we are your hosts, Chase, the Chaz Screepek, and with me is my co-host. Come on, do it.
Jake.
Yes. And we are here with a probably long awaited episode. I'm just going to do this up front. I need to apologize to the shitters. Anybody who really follows us, I have really fallen off the train here at the end of April. No, beginning of April and end of March. The last episode was late for multiple reasons. I it's not even up on like a podcast thing. It's only on YouTube. This is the season 3 finale though. So we are bringing you everything we've been holding in. If you thought you got a lackluster episode last time, not this time. We're going on with a bang. We're going to take a month off after this for me to kind of like recombobulate, and we are going to come back in May. Same back to the 2-week schedule, all that stuff. Just need to recoup and revamp. But we are going to go out with a bang. We have at least 2 big things to talk about tonight. I have a few things I want to talk about tonight. But other than that, Jake,
I have a side
how the
thing
hell
that you
are
don't
you?
you I know something you didn't consider talking about tonight. It's a big thing too. What are your 2 big things? I don't even know the big things. Let's just get into the big one. Can we get into the big one right away?
No. We got to save the big one to the end. We
I'm just
got to save
jazzed
the big
up.
ones. Is it's our main
Oh, I've
topic.
got a
Our
third one.
Project
Yeah,
Hail
we're
Mary
not on the same
in
page. I have a third one.
in
Let's say this. We're gonna push this conversation
Crimson Desert.
back for another time. Maybe we'll do a quick hour recording in the middle of April sometime. I did finish Disquiet Gods, and
Right.
we never talked about it. So we could do like a random hour recording in the middle of April to talk about it. Let's not do it tonight.
Yeah, I do still intend to put up YouTube videos and shorts. No podcasts
Yeah.
and no.
Anyway, okay. I forgot about Project
Yeah.
Hail Mary. That's where I'm at. So okay,
Jesus.
I know.
But yes, we will do a Disquiet Gods recording then because
Course.
oh, those are two
I've
main for tonight, and then I got
yeah,
a few a few quick new nerd
yeah.
shits. But how are you?
I
Dude?
don't.
I feel like I haven't really talked to you, and
I'm good today.
but not like
I've had some bad days, but I'm good today. So
that's good.
I'm not gonna complain. I've got some stuff going on I like. We're playing a video game that I love. I'm putting off reading Shadows Upon Time.
Yeah, that's
I haven't really been putting it off. I'm reading the novellas still.
at least
I
you're still
almost,
consuming
if
it.
I wasn't busy at work today, I would have finished this one. I only have like
Dang.
10 pages left in it.
Wow, we'll have to do video on that too.
Yeah, I'm 90% of the way through. So, yeah, I wanted to finish it for today, but I was just busy today. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I've been doing, man. Been playing that one game, trying to be outside,
Mm-hmm.
living the life,
Nice.
brother.
Makes me happy that you like the game so much. I
Oh,
was
I love it.
worried.
It's really good. I don't even
I
know
know
why I like it. Like
it brings
if it's
joy to
one
my
of
heart knowing that you love it.
I have this problem that if I sit and think about like why am I playing this game, I'll start not like I can't give you a good reason. I just know that every time I sit down to play it, I'm like, this is
Hmm.
fun. There's
Yeah,
rocks.
you
And that's
always
not usually
yeah.
that's not my usual reaction to
We'll
games,
get
so it's a good
deeper
sign.
when we get to it, but I mean
Yeah.
that is a good sign. Cool, cool. Well, then I say we might as well just get into it. Then I have a few things.
Yeah, you go for your things. I don't have things. Those are my things. Those two things. So
Something I'm going to say. I wanted to have it ready to talk a little bit about for tonight, but I was just happy to get it. I'm working on it. Something maybe the shitters can look forward to about in the future. But my library finally got the Ironbound book that I've had my eye on for months. It was my book to read this year. Came out in like October, November, but like I couldn't find it at Barnes and
never
Nobles.
heard of it.
I could only find it online. Your boys actually just reviewed it. So when I saw that they reviewed it,
Oh,
I was like,
to the
okay,
ramble.
okay. Yeah, they didn't. I didn't
I
see what
like
they
them
said
boys.
because I'm like only like halfway through it, but I like the beginning quite
Do
a
you
bit.
like it?
I do. I
That rocks.
and it was totally worth the wait to like start because like I have the audiobook, I had the Kindle. It's on the Kindle Plus whatever
Unlimited?
app, unlimited. I just couldn't get started. And then when our library got the copy of the physical book, I was like, this is what I needed to start this book. And I'm about halfway through it.
See,
And I'm really enjoying it. It's a fun little fantasy novel. I already pre-ordered the second book. Comes out in May. So I already pre-ordered it.
it's good though?
It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
So you didn't listen to what the To the
I
Ramble
haven't,
boys had to
no,
say?
because I haven't finished the book.
I'm curious. I just want to know what they say, if they like it or
They
not.
the things I
You know, I'm
saw
scared
because they do
to
like a blurb, and I read the blurb. It seemed like the
Austin or
Austin, he
yeah.
sounded like he was going to be positive about it. So we'll see.
It's funny because I like them because I don't fully agree with one person. I agree with different
Hmm.
books. Like I have
Hmm.
shared
Oh,
opinions between them on different books, which is a good thing, I
sure.
think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's look up the Goodreads rating.
I think it's somewhere in like the 4.3.
4.45! Woo!
4.45. Okay, yeah.
Now, not a ton of ratings, but that's very high. Less than 2,000 ratings. That's gigantic ratings. 4.45 is crazy.
I mean, there are Sun Eater books in that rating. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not saying
wrong,
it's not
though.
that it's that good, but I
But you're
mean,
missing the point. Those are
it's
wrong.
ones that are rated
It's
that
the
are
greatest book
wrong.
series
You're
I've
right.
ever read.
Yeah, they should
I
be
think.
higher. Kingdoms Upon Death
Anyway.
should definitely be higher.
Anyway.
Anyways, it's the official unofficial book series of the podcast. We got to talk about it a little. So that's just a book I'm working on. I want to talk more about it, but I've been editing the fucking Mario cooking show all week. I barely read it. I barely even played our game. I've just been busy as fuck.
Yeah.
One thing I did consume that I put off for a really long time that I wanted to kind of just blurb about real quick tonight. I finally got around to watching Gladiator 2.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
random. I have not, and
Okay.
it's
I'm
not
not gonna do
fair that
spoilers.
the reason I didn't is because I did not hear good things, which is why I didn't see it,
Oh
so
yeah, well, I'm here to tell you. I mean, I liked it. It's nothing. It's nothing bad. It's not a bad movie. It's nothing special. It just is. And eh, some movies can be just that. And to me, this was that. Um, I'll say a few things spoiler free about it that I really like. I like how it kind of goes with the first one in a sense. Like you could look at the first one as like if this whole thing is Lion King, which is kind of, that's my the whole Gladiator 1 and 2 together or Lion King. Um the first one is more like the Lion King where you get the Mufasa shit, and this one would be Simba. Like Lucius is Simba in this one for sure. And he's good. He's charming. He's a great character. Like I liked all the things they did differently in this one. My biggest gripe with the whole movie, the only thing I think holding it back really is that it does maybe one too many like direct callbacks to the first movie. Like I get it's a sequel. I get that it's like been like 20 years or so years since the last one, but like there's 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 callbacks that are fine, and then there's callbacks that you're like, could you just not have had that? Like we get it.
yeah.
We know that this is Gladiator 2. Like we know what we're in for. But like no, the story was good enough. Like me and Ernie started at like midnight and I watched about 40 minutes before I passed out, but
Why not?
the next night I was like, first chance I get, I got to finish that movie. I was pretty into it. Even the things that borrowed from the first one, it changed in its own way. So that was fun. Like there's a naval battle in the Colosseum, kind of like in Will of the Many sort of thing. That was
Yeah.
that was cool. That was pretty cool to see. Like there's some hella good action scenes. There's a kind of a like a naval, like you know the first one kind of kicks off with a war with like a Kurt Russell. No, not Kurt Russell. Jesus Christ. Maximus. Fucking Russell Crowe,
What is his name? Russell
Maximus,
Crowe.
is like at a battlefield with horses and shit. And this one starts with Lucius like doing a ship battle, but you kind of like notice like why is he not like where he was? Like you kind of have to solve the movie at the beginning a little bit. But once you start to pick it up, I was like, okay, they have a story here. They have something here that they had to write about for this movie. Um, yeah. I wish I would have saw it when it came out, but I'm not against what it is. Like, it's a
Yeah.
fine little movie. It's
I'm against
it's
it,
one
but I
too
hear
where
you.
like where I thought it was over at one point. Like I thought like it was we were nearing the end because like we had gotten like some pretty important battles and subject matter had happened. So I was like, oh my god, we got to be wrapping up soon. And there was still like 50 minutes of this left. I was like, holy fuck. There's this third act that I was just not ready for. And I was like, okay. And I feel like in the third act is where they really kind of started really doing something different than the Gladiator one. Where like most of the movie is just kind of like their own version of Gladiator one with like some plot elements sprinkled in that are a little different. But the third act really kind of stands on its own. And I enjoyed it. There were a lot of twists, there were things I didn't see coming. Not in like a crazy way, not like, oh, this is the best piece of art type of way. Just like this is a solid dad film. Like this is a solid like I'm a 30 something year old dad and this movie was on and I watched it and I enjoyed it. I mean, I love Gladiator, and I'm glad the sequel isn't shitty. It's just one that's like, yeah, I could take this or leave this, but at least fun. I could take it or leave it, but at least it's fun to watch while it's on.
Yeah, I can't say that I'll be watching it, but I'm glad you didn't hate your time.
Your Gladiator 2, I didn't hate my time.
Sure, bud.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of a pretty decent movie though to like start for me at midnight, watch more than 10 minutes
Yeah,
of it, and then get back
yeah,
to it. Especially Gladiator 2. I've been putting it off since it came out like last November. So I
yeah.
was due. It was due.
I'm on
It was
a
due.
I'm on a slight movie hiatus. I watched a ton of movies all winter, and now I'm taking a break. So a little break. I've been watching a show though.
What are you watching?
What do you think I'm watching?
What are you watching? Are you watching Frieren?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
What episode am I? I'm in the middle of this seventh, maybe
You're a
yeah,
little ahead of me. Yeah.
6th or 7th.
You still hate it? I think it still rocks.
I never hated it.
I love
I
it.
don't hate it. No, it's
I
all
do
it's
love it.
good. It's good season. Because I had read a bit of the manga for where the show is right now, so I was really excited to see some of the date, like the Fern and Stark date.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I was super excited to watch that. So I watched. I took a little break. I think we got to like episode 4, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna let
I
this
think
build,
I've
and then I'll
watched
watch it."
4 or 5. I think 4, only 4 episodes, I think, so I'm trying to take it very slow.
There's like a story arc that starts to pick up. I think it's episode 5 or 6. It takes us through like multiple episodes. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's where I'm at.
that's what
I
I
watched the
like.
first episode
Where
of
that
that sto
like at the
what
church
is
for
it?
that village. Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the last episode we watched. Yep.
I haven't like finished that yet, but like what and
Yeah.
I haven't read it either. So I'm like I need to
Yeah.
get back to it.
I'm excited, it's been
There's
great.
only 9 episodes, dude.
Wait, how
And
season
it's
or
not
9
coming
episodes
back till
out?
9 episodes. The season is only 9 episodes and it's over. It's done. The last
Why?
episode came like a week ago. Because that's all they made this season. Guess what?
That's
It's not coming back
awful.
till October of 2027. It's like
I
that's
was in
kind
a
of
good
rude.
mood.
That's
I was in a good mood too.
Though I think you're gonna get 9 solid episodes. I've seen nothing but
Yeah,
good.
this doesn't matter. I got 28 episodes last
Yeah, I
season.
know, right? And half of them fucking really sucked. Like half of them
Hmm.
really sucked. You even said
I think
I've got that on video.
there were like
You saying half
not
of them.
half of them. I think I
Dude,
said
I think you forgot
there's
how
one
long that
arc.
fucking arc took because it's like
It's just that
half. It's
arc. I
like
hated that arc. It's not
half.
half.
It's
It's
at
like
least
8
a third
episodes.
bordering. A fucking it's
I
a
think
lot.
it's more like 8 episodes. I did not like
Whatever.
that. But yeah. Dude,
Good to you.
what I'm really excited for is the Chainsaw Man movie to come to Crunchyroll. I'm very
Is that
excited for
on
that.
Crunchyroll yet?
Unless it just came out in the last 2 weeks.
Check.
I've been waiting. They
Because it
said it
was
in the
digital
spring.
at one point, but I think it
They said it
might
was coming out in
still.
the spring on
Yeah,
Crunchyroll.
dude, check that out. Check that out. I mean,
I
I
really wanna see
think
it.
you watched all the season 1. Um,
Yeah.
on
So I'm
that
just
note,
waiting.
Chainsaw Man the manga ended recently, and it was bad.
The whole thing?
Yeah, like the ending, and I read the last chapter, and I was like, woof, this is like worst. So that was sad. People aren't happy. It's not even bad in like it's like it's like the guy just
Oh,
gave
they
up.
did put it on here.
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah, watch the movie. Here's the cool thing about Chainsaw Man. The whole first 100 chapters, which is considered part 1, was originally all it was supposed to be. And those are perfect. I don't know what the fuck this guy started doing when he wrote the second half. I don't think it was any good the whole time, but the ending was like abysmally bad. So
Oh,
that's
good.
too bad. But the
Yeah,
the
good.
Reze movie arc is awesome. Arc movie.
Yeah.
Reze. We saw it in
I've heard
Japanese.
the movie's great. Sucks at
It's great. It's great and it's
the
beautiful. And honestly,
Mhm.
I don't think the anime is ever going to get to the second part of Chainsaw Man. So like, who cares? The ending of part 1
Yeah.
is awesome. Sad, but awesome. Whereas the ending of part 2 was fucking oof, just poo poo. Just so poo poo.
Oh, I don't wanna hear
Yeah, I
that.
know. I know. You hate to see it. Hate
All
to
you're
see
doing is
it.
dropping bad news on
Sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. All right. Let me tell
You're
you
like,
something
"Yeah,
else I've
so
been
there's 9
doing.
episodes, and then this other show sucks." Like, "Alright, I guess I
No,
quit
no,
watching
no.
TV."
It's so good for so long. You'll be so old by the time you ever find out how bad the real ending is. If you
I'm old
even keep up with
now.
the whole, no, you'll know pretty early on, dude. I'll tell you what. The second part started. It didn't take me long to be like, I don't know if this is as good as it was before. That's just me. I don't know how other people feel. I know my buddy Caden wasn't really impressed with it either, and he really liked part 1. So let's move on to more
What?
positive things. Jake, I'm also playing. So here's the thing. I'm playing Christmas Desert, but I don't have a lot of time to sit in front of my actual computer where I can play it to the best of its abilities, which is how I'd like to play it. So I have to have a game that I play on the side when I have free time. And I've been playing one that I've been putting off for a little bit. It's a series that I only in the past year or so got into and I love, but I am playing through Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, the GameCube game. It's on the Switch GameCube thing. Boy, do I love these games. Man, and I've only played like 2 and now this one. But every time I start playing them, I'm like, I'm so addicted to this. It's so easy to, especially like on Switch, or like I had the one I played on my 3DS. It's such a great game to have portably, and you can just play around, play it for a little bit, pick it up, put it down. Do you know anything about Fire Emblem
A
games?
little bit. I mean, I know what it
Yeah,
looks like.
it's like a strategic, a
Yeah, I
tactical
know what.
RPG. Um, God, I put these games off forever, dude. Like when me and Nas were roommates, I'd watch him play it and I'd be like, this looks stupid. This does not look it's for me. And then I played Fire Emblem, whatever the one on the 3DS is. I can't remember what it's called at this point, but it was awesome. I fucking loved it. I love the tactical. It's you just play chess. You just play chess with like hit points and shit, and everybody moves in a certain way, and you get different battlefields that you get to go on, and the story seems deep. So here's the thing. I started this game just as kind of clicking A to get through the talkie parts to get to the game parts, and I skimmed it. It's time. This has gone on, but as time went on, I started reading a little more, a little more, and a little more, but I still skim it. It's an interesting little story, but I've seen it. Just I want to play this game. Like I love playing it so much, and there's nothing you really do in this game other than manage your equipment, manage your shit, and then play on the board. Like there's one for the Switch called Fire Emblem Three Houses where you do like run around and like go around this school and you control the character. And even on the 3DS one, you're on like a Super Mario World type of map where you can like move around and play in certain spots. This one's just like dialogue, 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 inventory management, go dialogue, 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 battlefield. So I just spam the A button until I get to the battlefield. But I've been listening a little. Um, if you play Smash, this is Ike's game. This is where Ike comes from, the Path of Radiance. So I'm getting to know Ike a little more. So that's something, I guess. I played Smash last night and I picked Ike because I was like, I've been playing as Ike, so let's see how he plays. Yeah. But yeah, great series to just have on the side. I feel like I'm using my brain. You know what I mean? It's very and there's permadeath, so like if a character dies, they're gone. So you really got to be smart about like you can save spam, which I'll do sometimes, but like sometimes you'll forget to save and you're just like, "Oh, fuck." Like do I go back to so far back in the battle that he's alive or do I just let the character die? And sometimes you do, and I think that's part of the thrill of it for me. Is knowing that it's like you really got to know your moves and sometimes you'll move a guy and think you just laid the plan out and somebody will come. I have like two characters on my team that are kids. So when they get hit, they're fucked. So I try to do my best to keep them alive. One's my sister, so I'm just like then Nos told me one of the characters got really good, so I'm like, I'm doing everything in my power to keep that guy alive. And I'm 16 levels in, and it's only got like 30, maybe 28 or
Yeah,
30, so I'm only like midway through. But he's pretty badass. I kept him alive, and he's a fucking monster with his axe. Yeah, yeah. I highly recommend these games. There's a new one coming out sometime this year, but I'm having fun picking through the older games.
the old back
Yeah,
catalog.
yeah,
Yeah,
because they're just like there's like 3 or 4 of them on the 3DS, and any excuse to play my 3DS, I'm all about.
yeah,
So
yeah. Same.
so
I
I'm
wish I
considering
had
those.
one.
Yeah,
Wish I had one.
they have a battle system that's like so your main like there's there's different abilities that everybody has, but like the main idea is there are spears, swords, and axes. Now there's variance in like magic that comes into play as the game goes on, so it changes a little. But you need to know like swords are good against axes, axes are good against spears, and spears are good against swords. So when you go to attack a unit, you got to make sure like, okay, I'm a sword and he's got a spear. How high a level is he? What are my odds if I go and fight him? Is he gonna kill me? Am I gonna hurt him? And you can also apply like little tokens to your characters or little emblems that give them a special ability. So like my one girl, she does not hit very hard and she can die pretty quick. So I gave her this thing that even if somebody attacks me first, I get the first strike. And that has come in handy a lot. I could go all day,
Yeah, I'm glad you're liking it.
but I haven't played it today, which I try to at least sneak a level in a day, but like today has just been I woke up in Clarion. You know what I mean? I've been all
You woke
around
up in
Paradise.
Clarion.
I woke up in Clarion, dude.
For why?
One of my other things I'm going to talk to you about tonight. Do you have anything else, or should I just bleed into it?
Can I grab a glass of water really quick? I'm dying.
Absolutely. I need to put a straw in my other juice box.
I'm starving.
Can I interest you in a game of Pokemon Pinball
I would love
without
you.
a battery?
I would love you to give me your copy of Pokemon Pinball. I would be very happy.
This thing's been everywhere with me.
I mean, everywhere,
What
man.
about Pokemon trading card game?
I would love you to give me that too.
I won't.
I
You
know.
can borrow though, but I won't give it to you.
Never mind then.
I don't even know how these things are still around in my life. Like, these aren't like planned things. They're just parts of me that I carry around that just end up somewhere and wherever I'm living. I haven't played them in years. I think I busted them out when I bought my modded original Game Boy.
Tell me what else you got going on.
Yeah, I saw the Mario Galaxy movie last night. Super Mario Brothers. I went to Clarion to see it with Sam and Kieran, and because we saw the first one together, and Miranda's sick, so she couldn't make it. So I was just like, I don't want to drive home in the dark alone. I'm gonna stay there. So I slept there last night. But we saw it. We saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and I liked it. I mean, it was a sequel to the Mario movie that came out a few years ago. It was
Wow.
everything that I
I think it's for
wanted.
children. That might be the problem.
It is for children. It is for children, and it's great. It's good, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
children,
buddy's kids love it. Like,
dude,
they
no doubt.
love the first
No, the
one.
whole time I'm watching the second movie, I'm enjoying it. I put myself in the mindset of like 5 or 6 year old me who would
Went
have died
nuts.
on the spot if he saw this movie. Like, for how much I was obsessed with Mario. Like, I don't go to the Mario Brothers for compelling story or character arcs or any of that. I don't even want it to make me cry like How to Train Your Dragon. Just show me Mario
Wow.
shit going wild. And they did that for an hour and a half. And I was,
I'm
yeah,
sure
there were things I made fun of, but I was thoroughly entertained.
I would have loved it too. I loved the live action Mario movie when I was a kid, where they're like
Right.
literal plumbers. I loved it.
I think I liked it as a kid, but the older I got, the more I saw. It was a little bit of a mess.
I'm never gonna
but I
watch it
remember.
again. But when I
Yeah.
was a kid, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I'm saving those kind of movies for when I have kids, because I'm like, if I'm gonna be forced to watch them in the future, I'm gonna put off watching them for now.
Yeah. We put the first one on for Sora a couple weeks ago. He was because he has a Mario Kart that he plays with, so he knows who Mario is. So I was like, what if we put him on the TV? And he liked it, but he's so obsessed with the other shit that he watches that he didn't really pay too close attention. But when he gets a little older and more aware, he's gonna love the shit out of both of these movies. And yeah, and the second one, I mean, it was just more. It was the last movie, maybe a little less plot, but like
But it's still a lot of
there's a whole
Mario.
montage where they just play Super Mario World, basically. Like, it's just a montage scene of like Yoshi, Luigi, and Mario protecting the Mushroom Kingdom by going to levels and quickly playing through them. I mean, there were scenes in this movie that just made me smile from every layer of my being. I mean, there is a Bowser boss fight that happens in this movie where it's like them on the bridge, and they did it so they could have did that in the first one. It would have been so obvious to do in the first one. But by saving it for the second one and making the battle that it was, I was like, genius. Genius. Like, genius. It's chaotic. And I'm not saying it's fine art, fine literature, fine. It's just it's Mario, man. It's Mario. It's Super Mario.
It's for kids.
It's for kids, which is what Mario's for, and kids will love it. And if you're an adult that just doesn't have a chip on your shoulder, you'll probably enjoy it. At least I did. Yeah, and it's only like an hour and a half. They're not like this and the other one. They're both not very long movies. There was a scene that touched me a little more than it should have. Like, there was a baby Bowser Jr. and Bowser doing like a puppet show for his son when he was like a baby. And it like got to me a little. It gets crazy and stupid. Not stupid, but like he goes off about being evil and like
Silly.
they make it fun. So I was able to get out of it. But if it stayed emotional, I might cry.
I'm gonna
Just from
Bowser's
like
gonna get
feeling
me.
it. Yeah. Which like he stole the show in the last one. Another thing I'll say about this with no spoilies. So Bowser was clearly, I don't know if you paid attention to the world when that movie came out, but like Bowser was probably the most popular character in that movie. Jack Black playing Bowser with his songs. And it's great. And he's great. And he starts the movie. Bowser is basically the first one you see in the first movie. I was surprised upon watching the sequel. It was like 30 minutes into the movie, maybe a little less, by the time they showed Bowser. I was like, wow, they really held off on showing their prime sheep, their golden hen.
The cash cow.
The cash cow. Thank you. And yeah, it was something. It was fun. I had a good time. Sam liked it.
I do want to see them eventually.
Yeah, like they're fun. They're fun for what they are. There's great scenes. Fox McCloud is in this one, and that's
I've
not a
heard.
spoiler. They've been showing that Glenn Powell is playing him everywhere. And I just love the character they made Fox into.
Glenn Powell's Fox. That's funny.
He's like the coolest guy too. Like to the point that it's funny, but he's still just so cool. And it's funny to see. And I think they did a good job. I think it's going to make $1 billion.
100%.
You know, the critic score is 47. Not good. But the audience score
will
is
be
in like
80.
the 90s. Just like the last one. The last one has a 90. What are you going to see the Mario for? Like, what are you going to see the Mario movie for? One of Sam's friends was with us. His name's Spencer. He sat next to me, and he left right after, so we really didn't get to talk much about how much he liked it. But he seemed pretty excited. People would pop up on the screen, and he would just like clap, or he seemed pretty excited. So I think he liked it too.
Good. Dude, you ready to talk about a good movie?
And they're both
high audience and high critic?
Sure.
Lead me into it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had another movie.
No, we was a big one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
This is the one. This is one. We might as well start. Project Hail Mary came out. We both have finally seen it.
A couple weeks ago.
It was the movie that we were anticipating. We had plans to do it together, but it just didn't. Life just didn't let us play it that way. But we finally have both seen it. And we are going to give our full review on it here tonight on Nerd Shit in the Dark. I don't know how to go into this. Maybe non-spoilers. Yeah, non-spoilers first, but I don't even know, like, I guess that's just general feelings.
Okay, general feelings. I can't...
As book readers.
I'm going to go not as a book reader, just as somebody to see the movie, right? Just as somebody to see the movie, man, is that a good movie? I could see, I'm like so not surprised that everybody loved it. I'm surprised that it's an Amazon movie. I think Amazon just bought the studio, though. They just bought MGM, but I'm surprised it's an Amazon movie.
They did.
It is a feel-good movie. It was nice to go see
movie for sure.
An optimistic movie, a happy movie. Ryan Gosling, very good. Again and again and again and again. Every time he gets on the screen, he is just good. Yeah, good movie, good sound.
It's a movie that makes you feel
unbelievable visuals.
Unbelievable visuals.
If you're into that, which I'm usually not. Like, I really don't care about like interesting, neat shots that they're doing interesting, neat ways. I don't really care. But man, really cool. And the spaceship was all a real prop, not green screened. Very cool. Yeah, it's a great movie, man.
Effects. That's why when people ask, I was probably like 40 minutes in when I was like, is this going to be like a perfect movie? Like to me, it's just a movie as like a piece of film. It's close to. It's damn close to being a perfect.
Good.
10.
I'll tell you where they dropped the ball later. But I'm not analyzing it as a story right now because that's more of like a book conversation. But somebody going to see this, it is already an excellent story, right? The story's perfect. The story's perfect the way it's written, and they mostly stick to it. Yeah,
they only really left one plot element out.
Oh, there's a huge plot that I can get into that we will get into that I'm going to complain about. So don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. But otherwise,
That they left out?
yeah, they
Because
did
the one they
differently.
left
They
out, I was
changed.
like, I get it. We don't have time for
Oh
that.
no, it's a change they made that I don't agree with. I
Okay.
give the movie like a 95. 5. The change really bothered me. The change
As
bothered
a
me.
book reader, a 95, yeah.
The
I
change
called this
bothered
movie a
me.
10 as just like a film, but as like a book reader too. But we'll get to that. That's still a great score though. That's still like a fucking
It
good
was
movie. Like
excellent. Everybody in the
I
theater
told you
clearly
this.
loved it.
I was smiling the whole movie. I was just shit grinning the whole movie.
And
Laughing out loud.
taking the book, oh, definitely laughing out loud, but taking a book and putting it into the film media, you won't find very many other movies that do it this well, right?
Yeah.
And it's a hard topic, and we talked about that we were nervous. That's a hard topic, a
it's a
hard
great
genre,
book. It's a
tough
great book.
visuals, but just like the set and setting is all very hard to do as well, and they did it. It was great. I would like to think that the people that made the movie loved the book. It sure seemed like it, except they messed one part up, but otherwise, it's just an excellent movie. What else do you say? You're gonna tell me.
Um, without spoilers, what else do I say?
You don't have to. We can just jump into spoilers and just say, listen, this
I
is an
was
excellent movie. Please go see it. Read the book, and then see it. But read the book.
I think that it leaves out enough from the book that if you did love this movie that much, you'll go read the book. It's like you already said, it's a great adaptation. They took a great book, they put it to
Book's better.
screen. You have to make sacrifices there. What you don't see in the movie, you can get in the book.
Yeah, except they changed
And I
something.
think a lot of people's complaints, and I don't hear a lot, but I think some of the things people say, it's just something that is done better in a book. That is something that you just couldn't do. It's the science talk.
But
it's usually
dude,
when
they
people
did the
talk
hardest
about like
thing.
how they.
I don't know. I just have one giant complaint that didn't need to be done this way, and they.
I have nitpicks, so we could get to nitpicks.
Oh, you want to hear? My giant complaint is like popping out. Are you ready for it? Because it's spoilers.
Go to spoilers. It's spoiler talk time. We're getting into spoilers. It's Project Hail Mary. It's been out for like 3 weeks.
The spoilers is that the story is done so well, top to bottom. Rocky's great. Talmiba, great. Everything is great. But there's one thing that book does that's so perfect and better than any other part of that book. And I've read the book twice, and this part has made me cry twice. And it's the ending. And they changed the ending. And I super hate the change. And it takes away from a very huge part of the book to me. So in the book, we're jumping so far ahead, and I'm sorry. I just have been
at the
waiting
end of this movie and are working our way back.
And we're talking the negatives on an overall positive, but this has been bothering me so badly.
Get it out of the way.
And I've been waiting to talk to somebody about this.
I'm your guy.
In the book, to me, the most impactful thing is that Ryron Grace has to go back to Rocky's planet, okay? And it takes time, dude. And he gets old. And then he grows old there.
Mm-hmm.
And all the meanwhile, you as the reader and Ryron Grace as the protagonist don't know what happened to Earth. He does not know.
Yeah.
And he's forced to live on Iridia, I think that's what it's called. And he's forced to live there. He doesn't have the choice to go back. You know, in the movie, they ask him if he's ready to start building a ship to try to go back or whatever. In the book, he doesn't have a choice. He's old. By the time he'd go back, he'd be dead. And he doesn't know if his sacrifice was worth it. And you, as the viewer, don't know. And then at the very end, he has this moment where he's living on the planet.
Yeah.
And they come to him and say, hey, we've seen evidence that they fixed it. You know, that they got rid of, you know what I mean? And that's like this huge moment for him that his sacrifice was worth it. And I think that's literally the best moment of the book for me. Yeah. So to change it to in the movie, now he's still young when he gets back to the planet. they're offering him the option to go home. He's just choosing not to.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just shown. And another thing that I think is really, really bold of Andy Weir in the book is to not show Earth,
Sure.
to not show how he is perceived on Earth. So it was it's a change that I thought was really bold by the book and very touching by the book that they didn't need to do in the movie, but it felt like they did it for the mass audience and I understand doing that for a lot of things. I just don't know that this was a situation. Like, I just think it makes the story better to say he sacrificed, because now I'm looking at it like, wait, now he's just like some weird little man who wants to live with aliens instead of going home. Like in the book, I read it as he's a guy who would go home, but he's literally stuck there. Like he doesn't have a choice. He made a sacrifice for his planet. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't really make it that much of a sacrifice by going to Iridia if he can just go home. Right? If he can just make a
I
spaceship and
still
go home.
think it's still a long way. Like, I think he'd still
It's still a
maybe
sacrifice,
die
but
if he
it's not
tried to
like
go home.
literally he cannot.
I agree, but I do think that like you as a viewer can just be like he's happy teaching these fucking rocks kids. Totally. I think
Totally different though, right? Totally
totally different.
different.
I think they
And
should
my
have
problem
left
is
him finding out about Earth the same way. But I do like the scene of us, a viewer at the movie, because you can show it in a movie, Earth kind of saving itself, because they also kind of tie in a little of what they left out in that scene. Like they show them at Antarctica in a
Antarctica.
boat. So like the subplot that they got rid of, that I was like, I get why they had to get rid of that. I do like that part in the book, but it was a fun little part in this movie. There were a lot of things in this movie that they felt like they didn't have a lot of time to fully express, but we can still do a little nod to it, and that's what I really liked about this movie.
But it's the
But I do
crux
agree.
of it to me.
Yes, they should have. Yes, they should have stuck with. I don't think the ending in that way was as big of a deal to me. It is, but it's not to me that like it needed to end that way in the movie. But I totally think it was a better ending in the book.
And it's hard for me because I was so looking the whole movie, I'm just looking
Yeah,
forward to that moment, and
yeah,
then to not
yeah.
get it sucked. It really
That's
sucked.
fair. To have such a fun time the whole time, and then your favorite part of the book
And I'm just
doesn't
waiting and
happen.
waiting, and I'm so excited, and I'm like,
I will
"This is cool,
say
but this is cool, but this is cool,
there were
but."
smaller things throughout the movie that like I had read a little differently, but like I accepted it. So like when he goes back to like get Rocky, like he finds out that the astrophage can break free or whatever, and he's dead in the water, and he's got to go save Rocky. When I was reading that, that was a very intense emotional read, and I
100%.
felt like that scene was just
So,
like it
that's
was just like exciting.
so
Like they already made us cry. They didn't want to do it
that
again.
is my so I actually
But
felt that
it was
way
just this change.
about a lot of the movie, that they missed this is again a moment where they missed the mark. Again, I think it's a great movie, but where
Definitely.
they missed the mark that the book hits was intense and emotion.
Hmm.
To me, and again, it's hard to understand because when you read the book, you have this certain viewpoint. So maybe just if you haven't read the book and you watch it, it hits you differently. But I wasn't feeling in a lot of these scenes the intensity that I felt in and the
And maybe
emotional
it's because you
intensity.
knew it. Maybe it's because you
It
knew,
just didn't it
because
wasn't
I felt
coming
the same
through on
way.
the screen to me. So I'd be curious to know how somebody, if they didn't read the book, how they saw it, because truly, in so many of these moments in the book, it's like they are constantly just like, "Oh my god, like we're trying to save our species
Hmm.
and everything is failing and they keep failing." And then yeah, I don't know. I wasn't getting that at times. That's where I think they missed the mark
Sure.
throughout the movie for me, but
Yeah. But they just did so well in other areas. And they still hit those beats. It's just not as often
and
as it
it's
is
just
in the
not as
book. And I think that makes sense in a movie. I did. I was really feeling the scene where they were crashing the ship after getting the Talmiba, and he's just pinned up against the wall, and Rocky sacrifices himself. But I knew it was happening, but I was also like, this is exactly how I saw it when I read it. This is very intense. Like when he stood out into the atmosphere of Adrian, that was it. Just did it. It might have lost a couple things from the book for me, but it did so well with everything it that it did get right.
no,
Here's another.
everything it got right was perfect.
Here's
Everything
another
it got
thing
right was perfect.
that I think they got right. I don't know if it was intentional. This is how I felt it. But did you get the vibe through watching this movie that they were trying to create some sort of romantic subplot between
100%.
him and 100%. But you just got the vibe. They didn't flat out tell you in the movie. It was just energy, and it never really goes anywhere. And I just thought that was a really well done thing to do, because in the book, people are asking, like, there's no relationship between them like that, but people are asking him, like, are you doing this? So there are
Between
people that perceive
Ryland
them that way.
and
Yes,
Straw,
yes.
what's her name?
Strauss, something like that.
Strauss. Yeah,
Yeah, them.
something like
But
that.
in the
Yeah, not
book, you kind of like, you know that he's not interested in her that way, but people are viewing them that
they're
way.
together all the time.
Well, I like that they made the viewers, like us people watching the movie, also kind of think like they turned us into those characters by being like, are they into each other? It's never answered, but just like in the book. But it was like a cool way to do something that made me feel similar in different ways.
Yeah.
Between
So
book and
another
movie,
thing
and I
I think
love
they
that.
Strauss, isn't that? Did we just say that? I think that's her name.
I think that's it.
Any,
Yeah, no
I don't
idea.
know. But
Strauss.
another thing I think that was slightly
Straw beer.
lost in the movie, and it's just because they have to spend less time in the past, is that I think in i- in the movie she's serious, but just because of like lack of emotion, whereas in the book she's like actually scary. Like she's scary serious.
Mhm.
I didn't I think they slightly missed the mark there a little bit to me. She was a little bland in the movie for me. Yeah, yeah. For me, I just think
I
the
liked her.
character
I
I
think she
read
did
the
pretty
character
well.
as more intense than she is. And people will say, "Well, she was intense because she like I think she's actually just more like stoic than intense. In the book she just feels intense to me." So,
Yeah, I
they
think
made Ryan Gosling perfect in that role.
dude, s- so perfect.
The perfect
So fucking
casting.
perfect.
And I read online that
Great.
apparently Andy Weir sent him the book and brought this up to him like 5
That's
years
great.
ago.
That's fantastic.
As like that this is our white whale to do this role is Ryan Gosling. So,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything everything the movie wants you to feel with what he's gonna say or do, he nails
He
it.
crushes.
Like, if they want me to laugh, if they want me to cry, there's that part where, like, right after Rocky comes back to life, he's like, "You said you weren't scared or whatever," and Ryan Gosling's just like, "I didn't mean any of that."
Any of
I laughed so
that.
fucking hard out
Yeah, I
loud.
did too. That was funny.
So funny,
That was a
so
great
funny. His
scene.
delivery,
That was a good
it was a
scene.
great scene, dude.
That was a good scene.
As somebody, like, I knew Miranda was weeping next to me, and I was like, dude, the fact that they turned this goddamn puppet into this
He's great.
perfect Rocky, they
Like,
nailed
crush that.
Rocky.
Again,
They
that's what I was
nailed
saying,
him.
things that were hard to hit, which is all of the space scenes and Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we've talked about this before of how are they gonna make this movie? This is why I've done nothing but critique parts of it, and I still say it's like an almost perfect movie, is because if you didn't read it and you just went and saw it, you'd be like, "Holy
Yeah.
wow," right? Because and part of it is because I think the spaceships, both of them, and all the space scenes and Rocky are done literally perfect. I think they're perfect. Rocky could not have been better.
No.
Couldn't have been better. Everything they do with Rocky's perfect.
When I read the book, I pictured him maybe a little bigger, but I like him the
Me
size he
too.
is, and I was like, this is perfect. I don't care.
Oh,
Is
and another thing that's done.
the way he learns how to talk, when it first has him talking, sorry, but I gotta get this out before I
Yeah, do
forget.
it.
When it first has him talking through the computer, I thought that might be the only way we were gonna hear him throughout the movie, and even then, I was like, "This is good." Like, he'd read it, but it felt like me reading it again, like when I read it in the book. So I was
Yeah.
like, "This would be fine." It still ended in question, like they're getting his personality, but when he got the voice box, I was like, "This is the
Crushes.
best. This is the best adaptation of a character ever, ever,
It's good.
ever."
It's really good.
Yeah.
I thought they nailed, and obviously this is a change they made in the movie. So, but it's fine. Man, when he goes back to Iridia, I think that's the name of it. I keep saying I think, but I'm pretty sure it's Iridia.
Yeah.
And
Something like that.
the atmosphere he's in, man, does that look cool. Like when he's on Rocky's planet, man, that looks cool.
Yeah.
And again, it's changed from the book because that whole like fog and ocean thing that they've put in there is not in the book that I remember. But like Ryan Gosling loves the fog and look, but
Yeah.
like that's not. I don't think that's in the book.
Well, I think he like lives in his own little bubble. Like when he goes to teach, he's in like the dark in the book. So they changed
And
that a little.
yeah, it's a little bit. I think it looked really cool. Is my thing.
It
Like I
makes
thought it
sense
looked.
for a movie.
I
Yeah.
thought it looked great.
If it was a dark scene, it would be like.
Yeah, visually, I thought it was great. So I was really
What
happy
did you
with it.
think? What did you think of this scene? So I thought of you when this part happened, and I
Oh
was
no.
like, "Oh, Jake's gonna hate this." But when they first come into contact with each other with the ships, and they're doing like it's jokey ship stuff, but there's the part where like both ships were both like boosting, really like, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? I've watched that part, and I was like, "Ooh, Jake is gonna fucking hate
So
this."
my problem with it, I actually at that point didn't really care because I was annoyed. But again, I do like I'm pretty fair on like, hey, it's a movie. There is so much more in the book, this buildup of him being like, oh my god, this is an alien spaceship. Like in the movie, he literally just goes, oh my god, there's an alien spaceship. Okay, come on.
There's no
Whereas
timing.
in the
There's no time for
I
that.
understand.
The movie
I
was
know,
already
and
long as fuck.
I know, but it's like, you know as well as I do that in the book, it is much better done because it's more of like,
It
oh
has the
my,
time.
and
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god, this is an
For like 2 or
alien
3
spaceship.
chapters, you're like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Because,
Yeah,
like,
well, it's like,
there's an
are they
interaction
malevolent? Are they
between them,
benevolent? Are they,
and it's
what is
switching
going on here?
between present and past throughout the whole time. Like, there's more of that, like, "Oh my god, what is going on with this ship in the
Oh,
book?"
that's another
Because
part.
you're flashing back and forth.
I want to touch on more positives. I thought the way that I was also curious about this, like the way they would cut between future or present and past,
Mhm.
great. I thought it was done really well. Like
Really well.
the way the camera, like yeah, the way they'd roll into them back and forth was really good. I thought it was really good.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Just like how the book did it. Yeah, it's just
it was a very
roll into the other
seamless
story.
transition that didn't. Yeah, so that was good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they nailed the scene of them collecting the
Ugh.
atmosphere. I mean, that is, like
Yeah.
I think that's the
Oh,
best
yeah.
scene in the movie, and I think it's, like, the one they crushed the best. From beginning to end, of them dropping down the ball where he collects the atmosphere to try to find what ends up being Talmiba eventually, but, and, like, it going wrong from, like, the beginning of that and him being outside the spaceship, then coming in perfect, like, perfectly done, perfectly done.
I felt the same level of stress watching it as I did reading it, even
Yeah,
though I knew he
yeah,
was gonna be fine. That's the
I thought that
thing.
was
Both
perfect.
versions, both the book and the movie do this great job of like, even though this throws sad shit at you, even though it throws serious shit at you, it they both are like feel good. Like it's a feel good book, it's a feel good movie.
Oh, it's the
They
most
nail
feel-good
that
movie.
despite the
What's
scary,
the last movie you
you're
saw that was
feeling
that
good.
uplifting, positive, feel-good, that is like an adult movie? I can't even remember.
I'd have to think, but yeah, I mean,
That was great.
it's
I don't
solid.
know. Excellent movie, man. I think everybody I think it's such a good movie that, like, my grandmother, who specifically does not like space movies or
Sure, yeah.
sci-fi, I think
It's
she'll
just a
love it.
good film.
I think she'll love it, but people that don't love that genre, I think, will
Dude, I
enjoy
think
it.
we're seeing the birth of like say like an ET movie, like a movie like people will be talking about because it did nail this kind of shit. And it connects to people on every level. A Jurassic
And
Park.
in better
You know what I
news
mean? Maybe not a Return of the King, but a Jurassic Park,
mhm,
which is
I think
still
in better
something.
news, I've heard that Andy Weir is writing
Writing a
again,
new
which
book.
is
Yeah, I heard that
that
as well.
rocks, dude. Because he hasn't released one since this, and I think this came out in 21.
God,
So,
he's got a
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't release another book either. I'd be like, I couldn't do better than this.
Well, he's done progressively better each book, so
So you hope.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
he's definitely
He
on the
nails
list.
characters. I mean, this is more of a book discussion, but man, does he nail characters in a short span of this book.
Yeah,
Because there's so much going on and so much
it's not
plot.
a big book. It's not a big
It's
book.
not a big book. I don't like one-off solo books because I don't think they character develop well. I don't think they give you characters well. The few one-offs that I read that do it are like, they blow my face off. So yeah, just great movie, man. We recommend heavily. And it's great to have.
Something we've been waiting for a long time.
It's just great
It's
when it
cool
gets
that
nailed.
it's like they nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you want to talk about something else?
Yep. Might as well get her done.
Hit me with it.
with it. Hit me. Oh. Well,
The
it's blowing your
Crimson
face off,
Desert. Us and everybody else.
We've been chugging away at Crimson Desert.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and we're both enjoying it. We're both people who like the game, we like the game, so that's good.
I love it. I knew I'm still not even at the parts I think where people go, hey, now it gets really good.
I don't think I am either.
I just unlocked the camp. I just unlocked the camp. Okay, hey, give a brief description of what this game is. Just give a brief description of what this game is. I don't know how to describe video games.
Crimson Desert, if you haven't heard, you probably have, but if you haven't, it's the newest open world video game by a company called Pearl Abyss. It is an open world action fantasy RPG that allows you to just do all sorts of shit. I don't even really know. Like the story is like you and your group get killed by another group, the enemy group, and you're all resurrected by some magical power that we're still learning about. And you come back and you have the ability to use Tears of the Kingdom abilities, and there's a Skyworld 2, and
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot. I don't even know how to wrap it up because I haven't done most of the magical shit. I've just been doing riding my horse, fighting bandits, doing crazy stuff,
doing little quests,
doing little things, and both of us are not people who like these kind of games other than like Skyrim.
Actively dislike the only open world game I have ever played that I like is Skyrim, and I played that when I was 16, so it's hard to say that I even remember liking it that much. And I like this game. I love this game. How about that? I love this game. I am doing nothing on it. I am not a person, as has come out on this podcast, I'm constantly trying to find video games that I like, and I fail more often than not. I'm not a person that can play a game and do nothing on it. And at times, I'm playing this game and just doing mostly nothing, and I love it. Like, I'm just doing little side quests that don't really matter, and I love it. And I'm progressing the story. The map is gigantic. The map is gigantic. If you like open world games, you're already playing it, so I'm just speaking nonsense. But golly, is the map gigantic.
We haven't even seen most of it.
I've seen so little of it, and it's gigantic. And I just love, like, I don't know, man. It's a good game. And I think that these still probably aren't for me. I think this one is just particularly good, and I think I'd have to play only one of these every so many years. But man, is it really doing something for me? I think the combat's fun. I think the level up system is like I am intimidated by like gigantic skill trees, like overly massive skill trees. I don't think it has that. I think it's a nice middle ground.
Good size, but not scary big.
I think it's a nice middle ground of like, it's not Kingdom Come Deliverance where, as you've told me, you have to like make all your potions and this, that, and the other. But you can like make big food meals for bigger health bonuses, right? Like you're given the option to do that. But if you really want to, you can just buy food or just eat like,
I make
cooked
the food
beef.
Sometimes.
Me too. But I don't know. And I love, like you can refine your weapons, you find new weapons, you find new gear, you find new armor, all that basic stuff that's really fun. Money is imperative. So like if you, like finding money is great.
Unless you're like Jake who gets lots of money.
I found a gold bar because I just walk around this place doing nothing. I just explore and I'm like, and I'm obsessed with like the game puts stuff in weird places. I don't know how else to say that like you can kind of I actually really like, I think that you might not be a fan of. I actually love that you hold on the controller, you hold L1 to inspect everything. So I hold that down all the time. So everything I walk by, it'll say, "Oh, inspect something you would never think to inspect." So I was in a house and I inspect something, and it's like, "Okay, do you want to steal?" I'm like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I'll steal," and I stole a gold bar. You know what I mean? And I didn't know it was a gold bar. So like, I love that. I think that rocks. I love that the stealing is like I can do it. You know, I can steal.
I
Yeah,
love that. I heard that the one patch, I haven't played it since the patch, but apparently stealing is easier. But I like that you have to put the robber mask on
yeah,
to do it. And
yeah.
the way that you ship those, I like the controller system going in, and all your things are like, if you have multiple pairs of gloves, all you have to do is go into that thing and shift between the gloves, and they're equipped. I like that seamless transition of gear, especially because there's a
Can I ask
lot
you a
of gear.
question about the game that I've been wanting to ask
Sure.
you? In my camp, do I have a chest somewhere to store stuff
Yes.
right
Um,
away?
I think I
Because
think
I'm
I think
actually
I just kind of did all of that really quick, and I just ended up with my camp
I'm
because you get like a tent,
I'm
and it's
finally at
yours, and you
standstill
can,
where I had too much stuff to keep going.
yeah, you have a chest in your tent. And then if you
Okay, good,
walk
good, good.
around that area, I don't know if you found it, but there's like a house that you can make yours and you can decorate
Oh.
it, like with all your
Well,
pots and
this
all
is
the
part
thing.
of why I have no inventory space, is I have a ton of
Yeah,
collectibles. I just have dumb well, I told you the tax man came knocking.
the house is in that area, so get to your
Well, so
house.
I literally just unlocked the camp. Like, I unlocked the camp, I pounded some stakes in the ground, I raised the banner, and then I had to be a lawyer, or whatever I do.
I,
I had to work.
I think right there you can go to your tent and
Okay.
drop your shit off, and the house is like in that vicinity. It's just an empty wooden cabin, and you can just putting that shit in there.
I love it, man. I think it's a great game. And you know what the problem is? I feel bad in this moment. I feel like we're not doing it justice because I don't know how I would sell it to somebody. Like if someone was like, "Why should I play this?"
Well, that's
Like,
the
I don't know.
thing.
It's
There's
fun.
there's a lot about it that I think can scare people off. And it is janky to a point that maybe people wouldn't like that, but I mean, the patches that have come out
So
since day
yeah, let's talk that
1,
positive.
yeah,
Talk that positive that they are like
that is a
repeatedly
positive,
patching the
repeatedly
game of
patching the
complaints that
game.
people have.
Yeah.
There's been a ton of
There
patches.
were, like,
And dude, the
3 in
game's
the
only been out for
first
2 weeks.
weekend. I was like,
The game's only been
"Whoa."
out for 2 weeks today, right?
2
Yeah, and
yeah,
they've
2
patched it a
weeks.
number 2 weeks today, or is it
2
3 weeks?
weeks. No, it's
Maybe
2 I
three
think it's
weeks.
2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks.
I think it's 2 weeks as well. So in 2 weeks, they've patched it a number of times for complaints people had, you know? So I think it
Yeah,
rocks, man. I mean, that's a game company that cares about their game, and
yeah. It's
I
like
don't know if
they,
the
like,
controls were that janky for me. I do know that was a complaint. I wasn't bothered by that. I was never bothered
I
by
don't
the
know if it was
controls.
janky. There was just a lot, and they were in places that I just, like, the
I
controls were in places I wasn't used to. It
It's
just
not
has this learning
seamless.
curve.
That's I think that's a
Even when that looking around thing is a little weird, and I don't think it's perfect.
yes.
I like it, but I don't love it. But I
It's
think also they patched it a lot, so it's a lot better than it was
The
day
game
one.
is not seamless. That is 100% true. Like, if you're just gonna pick it up and not pay attention to, like, being told how controls work in different parts, I do agree that can be tough.
Yeah,
And granted, the game doesn't always yes, and the game doesn't always do the best job of explaining different elements
it
of the game
explains,
to you.
like, it teaches you base shit, but then leaves it up for you to find out to do the
Yeah.
rest. I do like that you can learn things by just like looking at
So
things.
cool. I think that rocks. Like, I went up and I found, like, on a mountainside where these guys are training, these warriors or
Hmm.
knights are training,
Yeah,
and you just
yep.
sit there and watch, and you learn
You
a new
just watch
fighting
them and
move.
you can learn their attacks.
Isn't that
And
cool?
the battle system is neat because it's like it's this hack and slashy battle system, but it's mixed with like Mortal Kombat combo techniques. Like you need like buttons like a GTA cheat code to do some of the fighting techniques. And I like that. That keeps me engaged. But even if you just button mash, you're still kicking some ass. Like those bandits are so funny. I'm telling you. Neither Jake and I we put a lot of hours in this game, but neither of us are that far. Um that bandit quarry that you have to clear, it's the beginning of the game. And I feel like that night, me playing that 50 minutes I took to clear that was just I'll remember it as one of the really fun video game times in my life. Yeah, I mean, I was on the edge. There's thousands of these dudes. There's bombs all over the place. Did you do it? Did you end up beating the boss?
I did. It was huge for me, but
It was
I did.
nuts, dude. It was, and it just felt like me blowing bombs up at everybody, but also like I went on those steps at one point, and it felt like fucking Shanghai noon all of a sudden. Everybody's coming up on the ledge to fight me, and I have all these meals. I'm eating food. I'm dodging people. It's nuts. It's nuts. 50 minutes of just on edge, kick ass, blowing people up. Had me.
And that
Oh my
boss
god,
is
blowing people up
hard.
had me laughing so fucking
And that
hard.
boss is hard, which is great for me. You know that's a thing for me. The game's got to be
Did
hard,
you
and that
start
boss
with the
is hard.
boss or did you end with the boss?
Start with the boss.
Because in my mind, I'd love to talk to somebody who like cleared that whole quarry and then went to the boss. I'd be like, I just feel like that would be really hard to do because there's so fucking many of those guys. I had such a good time though. I had such a good time.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
the
great,
beginning of the
it's a great boss
game.
fight. Yeah, I've heard that there's a
I've heard some of the muffins get
really hard. Yeah, it's like a guy in a field. Anyway. So the game's
I
great.
fought that guy.
You did? He was hard?
He was pretty hard, yeah. I
Yeah,
beat him, but
I'm
it
not there
was
yet.
challenging. It was just like a huge step. Yeah, no, like nobody was fighting like that the whole
Yeah.
game, and all of a sudden I got to fight a guy that fights like
So
this.
yeah, so I'm
And I played it on my phone, so that was tough.
what?
I played that part of the game on my phone.
Your cell phone?
Like I have a controller thing that I attach to my cell phone so I can play games on it. And Steam has this
Is that your
thing.
Steam Deck?
So Steam has this. My Steam Deck's it's in repair right now. So my computer, if I leave
What
it
are you
on,
talking about?
if I leave my computer on and leave Steam up on it, there's a Steam Link app that lets you cloud game through your home computer. So I was playing it like that at work. And that's how I did that boss fight, was through Steam Cloud on my phone with a phone controller. So
What happened to your Steam Deck?
Yeah. So here's the thing. The Steam Deck has this thing where if you let it die, it can like stay dead and the BIOS get all fucked up. I can connect it to my computer screen and get into it, but right now the screen won't turn on. And I've gone online and I've seen that I gotta fix shit in the BIOS. I just haven't done the work yet. And plus, I don't care because like this game, I could probably cloud stream to my Stream Deck, but like this game wouldn't run on the Steam Deck anyway. This game hardly runs on my laptop. The best thing I have to play it on is this fucking computer.
Okay, man, you gotta not do that. Let's play it on the computer, bud. No more on the cell phone.
It works. So like it still looked good on my
Yeah.
phone. It looked better on my cell phone
Yeah,
streaming it than it did on my laptop. I'll say that for free.
yeah.
And it
Let's
ran
play this on
smooth.
the computer. So I only have like 11 or 12 hours in, but for me that's a lot in
Yeah, I
2
have like
weeks.
20.
And I was gone for one of those weekends. Huh?
I have like 20, I think. I'm sitting somewhere like 17 or 18.
It feels
But
like
I
a game though that
haven't.
will take 100 hours to like.
Oh, at least. At least. At least.
I know, and I will say for people, don't expect me to start a new video game for a year. It's gonna take me a year to play this. So
I think the beauty about this one is I don't mind having games to play on the side because I know this is my big boy. This is the one that like I think I know ahead of time how much there is to do in it that I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to chip at this game over time. I don't know where I'm going to
yeah,
go, but I'm just going to
we'll be
chip
talking
over
about
and
different
over.
parts of it as we go. We'll be
For
trying
sure.
different parts of it as we go.
Yeah. This is a saga. This is certainly a saga.
A saga, yeah, because this is all I'm gonna be playing for
Yeah.
at least
Jake's
until
about to finish his Sun Eater saga, so we have to have a Crimson
maybe.
Desert saga to keep us going.
I'm not touching that book,
Into
I don't
season
think.
4.
I think I'm just gonna keep
That's fine.
reading novellas for a little bit.
Let it simmer. You know what, dude? I think the best thing for you would be to read all. I think you should read that final book in the summer, since you love the summer. And you want to read that book when you really will vibe with it.
I'm so
Save it for
afraid
the
to finish
summer.
it.
That's not that far away. I can't wait for
But I
it.
have another series I
I can't
wanna
wait to talk
read.
about Disquiet Gods with you. I cannot
Oh,
wait to
great
hear your
book.
thoughts about that book.
Excellent book. Fantastic book. If we could just talk quick 5 seconds on Queen of Mid-Ashes. I just wanna say something about it. It is really cool. We're gonna talk about Christopher Rocchio on almost every episode.
This is a
It
no
is so
spoily
cool.
thought.
no spoiler talk about
Okay.
this.
I just want to be sure.
It takes place between books 2 and 3. And it is so
Yep.
cool to read young Hadrian again, man, versus
That
old
is the
Hadrian.
fun. Yeah.
And
That is
it
fun.
is like, it's not going to sound like much when I compliment him on how amazing I think it is that he has this character that is so different in the beginning books, but still so the same. People are just like, oh, yeah, well, listen, it's incredible that he was still so similar with his, but so, like, it is so interesting to go back and read this and the positivity and, like, kind of the zest for life that is there that
Yeah.
you know is
The
changed.
ignorance.
And
There's
just
still some ignorance.
and what is really so amazing, and I think it's just such a perfect reflection of real life, maybe that's why it's so cool, is that,
Yeah.
like, obviously gigantic things have happened to him to change him, and you know that, right? But it's not like when he's writing the character that it's just like, "Okay, and now in this book, he's like, it's so it feels almost just so slow and developed, the way that he has changed and morphed into this different person that is still the same person, right? He's still the same person, but so much of the way he interacts with people and the world is so different because of his experiences, just like a real person. And
Mm-hmm.
I just am like, I've known that, but reading Young Hadrian again, I was so
And everybody's there.
impressed.
All his friends
Well,
are
I'm not saying
alive.
that. That's spoilers.
That's fair. Sorry.
So I'm
Okay.
saying it's just I love Hadrian. I love young Hadrian. I love old Hadrian. And I just forgot, like, how much he has changed and how different this story was back then and how much the story has so perfectly and slowly morphed into something so different than what it is at the beginning and how yeah, man. And I want to say that like in so many other book series I would look at the first book and be like you know nothing yet. But
Mm-hmm.
it's, like, not even that because it's so the first couple books are so their own story. It feels like almost that this book series is multiple duologies. It's just man, this guy Christopher, if we could just one time just say hi to you, we would be delighted because
Hey,
golly, man,
these books
I'm
are the official, unofficial book series of this podcast for a reason. And everything that you just said, you take the words right out of my mouth. I just want to throw one extra thing that I like that this guy as a writer can do is that book that you're reading, I think it came out, I think it was released after the fourth. His ability to jump back into other versions of this character that he's writing and be like to be that guy again, still be able to write the young Hadrian, even though he's already, as the writer's mindset, he's already got old Hadrian made. So to jump
he had
into
to
these
write
versions of
but he
him,
had to write this,
I'm sure he had
like
notes. I'm sure he had yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, I do think that some of these are just cut from the bigger books, I'm guessing. I don't know, man, but I do agree with you. I don't know. It's just, it is my favorite character I've ever read, and it
I love
is
Hadrian Marlowe.
quite possibly my favorite story. It's 1A,
I
1B.
showed Miranda the cover of Shadows Upon Time, and I was like, you know how he looks like a badass in this picture? He is. It looks a little over top, but no, I don't know anybody else who could own this stance quite as well as
Yeah,
Hadrian motherfucking Marlowe. Now,
he's the
Jake,
best.
we do have a little time here
We have no time.
but we're not gonna get into Disquiet Gods full story thoughts, but let's for the season finale, what is your overall feeling of the sixth book? Give me your spoiler free
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, you love this
10
book.
out of 10. There has not been since
I
book
love that.
3,
I gotta
since
love
book
this book.
2,
Mm-hmm.
there has not been a single second of these books that I have not loved.
Mm.
Since book 2. In the middle of book 2, I think it was a little bit slow when they're on Vergosis, right? I think it's a little bit slow in there. I can see that argument. I
Sure.
was fine with it. I dragged during that. Since the ending of book 2, there has not been a single moment of this series that I have not just loved.
Yeah.
I'm hyperbolic often, and I love to use those kind of words. It is truly special to me. It has been it feels like it's been the only books I've read since last summer, and I drag them out so heavily because I love them so much and I don't want to finish them. That book is just another step of, I can say a little bit of spoilers and I won't, that I think makes that book special, because there are some spoiler talk that I think makes it special from a plot. Like, in the overall book series that I think is so impressive that I've told you on the phone, but just, yeah, man, I have no notes. I'm not saying I would have done everything the way he did it, but man, it's perfect. I finished it probably 2 weeks ago now, 2.5
I
weeks
I
ago.
cannot believe that you have not hit me up about this since 2 weeks
I had a
ago.
bad week.
Especially the way that book
It
fucking
was
ends.
cu
There's a lot to
yeah,
talk about.
yeah, life stuff getting in the way, but my god, I loved it. I have to remember everything that happened in it. I loved it. I'm ready to see where we go next. I think that's more of why I didn't have as much to talk about, because this book, I don't think this is spoilery. This, if it is, you can cut it. This book to me kind of does more of what book 4 does at the end. That it kind of leads you into the next story immediately. I'm not saying that there isn't a time jump. I don't know, but it feels like, what happens at the end of the book. Like, that ending is more like, okay, let's do the next thing. Versus
It
in
could
some
pick
of
up right there, yeah.
I'm not saying that it will,
Mhm.
but in the other books, when they end, it's like like, it's the end of a story,
Mhm.
if that
Mhm.
makes sense,
It
right? Like,
does.
I
Yeah.
think I don't think I think by, and again, what he does at the end of book 6, it feels more like I'm taking a break in the middle of the story than I ended a story. If that Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's part of why.
I
I mean, it's
think
all
4 and
amazing.
5 play together like that, and for different reasons, I think 6 and 7 play together
Yeah.
like that.
So, I mean, I listen, a lot's changed and we're really, we're in it. I'm excited to read it, but I'm nervous. Not because I don't think it's going to be good. It's just this book series has been very important to me. So, I don't want it
Yeah.
to end. I have another big
There's
one I
so
want to
many
read next.
scenes.
I think
There's so many scenes I cannot wait for you to text me about when you're reading that
so.
last
I
book.
think part of the plan
So
too
many.
is that I have to be I think to read book 7, I have to be looking forward to another book series. Like, I have to be like, "Okay, well, when I read it, I have something I want to
Mhm.
read," you know? And I have something, so, um, yeah. Yeah, I wanna read the Tad Williams books. I mean, I have them sitting right there. I don't know what the series is called. Let's look it up real quick. I know it's, like, The Last King of Ostenard
Should I read
books.
them?
The Dragonbone Chair is the first one. It's called the Otherland series. No, nope, that's not it. Nope, 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 nope. Well, the first one is called the Dragonbone Chair. It's very old, not very old. It's 88. Um, it's Dragonbone Chair, Stone of Farewell, and then Two Green Angel Tower. Big influence on Robert Jordan and George R. R. Martin. Slow burn, old school fantasy.
There's only 3
So
books?
yeah, the last one's huge. The last one they split into 2 parts. So it's one
That
book,
could be
but many
something,
of the
though.
printers had to, like, at the time, they just didn't have the printers big enough to print the book, I believe. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I've heard it's very slow, but I that's okay for me. I think, my god, I think the last 2 books of Sun Eater have been unbelievably fast paced. So,
Yeah. It's sometimes you gotta be slow to get to
but
where you're
man,
going.
back to
Once
Disquiet
you get
Gods,
to where
just
you're going, boom, boom, boom.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Rockio, he just He's great.
So,
We're
yeah, we
fans.
are
We're very
fans.
excited for the
We are
next
certainly
book.
fans. Yes.
If it weren't for you, this is a fact. This is how much I like it. If it weren't for you, I probably wouldn't read book 7 for a very long time.
If it weren't for me?
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Because I've got to, we have to
We
talk
have
about
to.
it. So.
We need a pencil in when we're going to talk spoilers for Disquiet Gods first.
Yeah, we'll do it one day in the middle of the month, I
alone,
think.
Yeah.
We'll
Like I
just do
said,
like an hour.
we might not be posting till like May, but we will still do YouTube videos. Things like that.
Yeah, we can just do an hour here or there. I
Yeah.
think that's just easier for both of us in general. It's easier for me to record for an hour. It's easier for you to record for an hour. And it's easier for you to edit for an hour. So,
It is true.
yeah.
I mean, with that though, that is the episode. That is the Nerd Shit in the Dark season 3 finale. We talked about some pretty important things, some pretty new things, and pretty big things, some pretty upcoming things. If I'm going to talk about a few upcoming things, I do want to drop that the Mario Rebel Yum cooking episode is now up. So I posted it on Easter, so a couple days ago from when this video goes live. But when we come back to Nerd Shit in the Dark, I'm going to have read through all of Delicious in Dungeon, the manga. And me and Sam are going to do a little talk about that. But we're also going to have like the next episode of Rebel Yum be kind of based around that as well. So that's something to look forward to when we come back in May. And I'm reading Ironbound. Hopefully I'll have more to say about that by the time we come back. Really
When's
good
the second book
through.
come out? October? May.
Sometime
Cool.
in May.
Cool.
Yeah, the first one came out, I think, last October.
Cool.
But yeah, May. Yeah. So, yeah. That is the immediate what's going on with me and this channel and life. And honestly, this month off is just for me to catch up on other things too. So, I'm sure I'll have some surprises by the time we come back.
He's having another baby.
No. No, I'm not having another baby. That's not it. That's not
You
it.
needed. Yeah.
That's not it.
Can you guys see how red? Let's just cut this. Do you see how red I am? Because I was like, oh my god, did I just accidentally jump into that? I'm red. That made me really anxious.
No, that's not it. That is not it. No.
Okay.
Just all these things, all these projects I'm doing. It's kind of building up. I need some time.
What am I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing Crimson Desert. I'm gonna read all of these Sun Eater novellas. I'm gonna fix some retaining walls.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna be my next couple of months. I think I'm gonna play golf again. It's that time of the year. So,
Jake, golf Jake.
Yeah.
He texts me all the time saying how I went and won the golf tournament.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy warm weather. Try to be outside as much as possible, but keep reading. I might read some one-offs after. I don't know. I might have to just read book 7 of Hadrian. I need you to. Should I do it, man, or do I read those novellas first?
I think you should read. I think you should put a little time because I think having that time in between.
Yeah.
Was good for me to have.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish this one probably tonight. And then the Tales of the Sun Eater are all on Kindle Unlimited, if you have that.
I bought one of those. I own the first Tales of the Sun Eater.
Yeah. Well, the rest are all on Kindle Unlimited. So, Tori has Kindle Unlimited, so I'll be using her Kindle for that. And yeah, that's my plans, at least until May. I don't know. What else am I doing in April? Getting married!
No.
Can't. Okay, sorry. This isn't funny. Yeah, let's end there.
All right, guys. Good night. Sleep tight. Do not let the shit bugs bite. We will see you in season 4 in May. Ta-ta.